What is going on, guys? Gauthaman Ramesh here, back with another video. The previous video was about cutting, aka losing body fat. So this video is going to be the total opposite of it, which is bulking. Okay. Now bulking is, again, anything that is related to muscle growth is a little bit more complex. Okay. Fat loss is much easier. Trust me. Fat loss is much easier. Bulking is the harder part because of various reasons. Okay. So you really it is hard for you to understand how much muscle you actually put on unless you go around spending 2000 rupees a month taking DEXA scans. Okay, that is the most accurate way to tell you if you have built muscle or not. Okay, so a lot of people think that getting big is the same as building muscle, but it's actually not. Getting big, all you have to do is eat lots and lots of food, and that can be from KFC or like McDonald's or whatever. You'll gain weight. Okay, so I don't believe that checking your weight on a weighing scale is the best idea to find out if if you're bulking or not, if you're on track or not. Okay, because that can be so misleading, and oftentimes people chase numbers. Okay, people chase that I need to get 80 kgs before like 3 months, and you will chase that number and you start eating more and more and more and end up gaining up to 80 kgs. Okay, but you will not gain muscle. Most of it will probably be fat. So you need to understand before you start. Okay, you need to understand that bulking is a very slow process unless and until you are on a lot of substances, which is a total no. Okay, don't do that, because fitness is about health. It is not about anything else. So keeping in mind that you are a natural bodybuilder, it is going to be hard for you to put on muscle, but it's going to be worth it. And you need to understand that putting on muscle involves a lot of science. Okay, not just food. It's a lot about how you work out, how much your workout volume is. Okay, so if you see, most of my videos that I make on this channel is only based on that. It's only based on what frequency should be there, what how much of volume you're supposed to do, what are the best exercises, what are the most optimal exercises. Okay, how do you time your meals and stuff like that, how much protein is required, all that stuff. Okay, so it's not a simple thing, but we're going to be talking about the gist of it. If you're someone who's new to this channel, welcome to my channel, and this video will shed some light on what bulking really is all about. Okay, so let's get right into the topic. Let's talk about how much you're supposed to eat today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the workout bit later, because that is a little bit more complicated. I'm just going to give you guys the gist of the workout part, and we'll focus more about the workout part in the upcoming videos. But now let's stick to diet and how we're supposed to eat if you're looking to build muscle. Again, all of these things come back to your maintenance calories. Okay, calculate your maintenance calories. If you have been lifting for a long time, you kind of already know what your maintenance calorie is. But if you're new to it, again, use a maintenance calorie calculator. A lot of websites are there. I will drop a link in the description box where you can just go and find out what your maintenance calorie is. Now, after you have done that, the first and the foremost step is to set your macros. Okay, now when it comes to building muscle, okay, you don't have to take a lot of proteins. People think you need to eat a lot of proteins to build more muscle, but no, energy balance is what is required. So you're supposed to eat a little bit more, a little bit, okay, maybe 100 or 200 calories more than what your maintenance calorie is. This is the only way that you will minimize putting on fat and maximize putting on muscle, provided you're doing enough good workouts and creating stimulus for the muscles to grow. Okay, now for this, all you need is 2 grams per kg of body weight. If you are 60 kgs, 120 grams of protein is more than enough. Okay, if you are 70 kgs, 140 grams of protein per day is more than enough. So even 2 grams per kg of body weight is pushing it a little bit. So anywhere between 1.8 to 2 grams per kg of body weight of protein is good enough for you guys to build muscle. Okay, the rest can come from fats and carbs. So again, fats for a male, it is 60 grams is the minimum you're supposed to take. Don't go below 60. And for a female, 45 grams should be good enough. Okay, and carbs. Now the thing is, when you are on a surplus, okay, so let's say you're eating around 2,500 calories, it is hard for you to eat a lot of carbs, guys. Like, you can't, it's not easy for a person to eat 350 grams of carbs. So that is why here is where you can increase your fats also. Rather than taking 60 grams of fat, take 70. Okay, so fats are, it's like they're more dense. For example, 1 gram of fat will give you 7 calories. 9 calories. 1 gram of fat will give you 9 calories. Okay, 1 gram of carbs will give you 4 calories. Now think about this. It's much easier for you guys to fill up your calorie intake by having fats than having carbohydrates. Again, like having too much of carbohydrates will also create a little bit of insulin resistance, and that depends on people to people. That's all topic for another day. We need to analyze the data for that and all that stuff. That's a very complicated video that I'll make later. But today we are taking the gist of it, right? So, 1.8 to 2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Okay, 60 to 90 grams of fats are good enough based on how you eat and what your calorie requirement is. It's okay to eat a lot of fat. It's not going to eating fat does not mean you're going to gain fat. It all depends on the energy balance. It all depends on your total calories. As long as your total calories are in check, you won't put on unnecessary amounts of fat. Okay, and then comes the carbohydrates. So step 1, figure out your maintenance calories. Increase it a little bit by maybe 200. Again, guys, the most important thing for you guys when you're bulking is to know if you are on the right path. Okay, now there are 2 ways that you can do that. 3 ways. First thing is measuring your body weight. You cannot gain 1 kg per week and continue to do that forever, right? Maybe initially you can put on a lot of weight, but slowly that will slow down. Okay, so I would say that aim for 1 to 1.5 kgs per month. That's all. Okay, that's a very little weight. So if you're 70 on the 1st of January, try to be like 71.5 or 72 kgs on the 1st of February, right? That's a very small amount of weight increase. So when you are controlling your diet and when you're working out really well and you're just trying to increase a little bit in weight, most of this weight is going to be muscle. Okay, now putting on muscle is not easy, guys. It depends on experience. Like for me, I've been lifting for a lot of time and I cannot put on a lot of muscle, right? So if I can put on 2 kgs of muscle on an entire year, that in itself is a big accomplishment for me. Okay, so if you're a beginner, you'll put on muscle much more easily. So aim for very small increments. So don't try to push yourself in terms of food. Okay, so aim for 1 to 1.5 kgs per month of increase. That's good enough. And if you can do that consistently, you're on the right path. Second thing is measuring your strength. Now, strength is a very, very, very important indicator of muscle growth. If you can bench press 100 kgs today, and if you're able to bench press 120 kgs in the next 2 months, it literally means that you have put on muscle. That is the only proper indicator of muscle growth. So whatever your workouts are, make sure you're noting down how much weights you're using for each of the workout and see if they're increasing. If your strength is increasing, if you're able to push more weights, it means that you're on the right track. It means that you are building muscle. Okay, so that is the most important thing that you guys need to keep a check on. Note down how much weights you're using for your workouts. Make sure that they are increasing. You will hit a plateau. Okay, you will hit a plateau, but still try to keep at it. And also, when you are noting down weights, make sure you track the compound lifts. Make sure you track lifts like bench press, overhead pressing, deadlifts, squats, even leg press is fine. Bulgarian split squats. Main important lifts like that. Okay, make sure you are progressing in strength on those lifts. So as long as you're doing that, you're good enough, guys. You're on the right track. So don't get caught up with the numbers. And if you're someone who can afford spending 2,000 rupees per month on just doing a body scan, then that's the most optimal way. Get yourself a DEXA scan done every month. It'll properly tell you guys how much body fat you store, how much muscle mass you have, and all of the stuff. And through this, you can understand if you're gaining muscle or gaining fat. So let's say I'm doing a DEXA scan today and I'm understanding how much body fat I am and how much muscle mass I have. I'll do it next month and see how much body fat I have and how much muscle mass I have. So if I have put on more muscle and just a little bit of fat, cool. But if I have only put on fat and not any muscle, then that's a problem, right? So that is the most optimal way to find out if you are bulking on the right path. But apart from that, this is how you set your macros and all that. And when it comes to workout is key to build muscle And people say that workout is just 20%, diet is 80%. That's just bullshit. Workout is at least 40% in my opinion, at least 40%. And the more experienced you become, the more it matters. Okay, the more that percentage increases. And also when it comes to workout, stop doing one body part per day. Stop doing that. It is not effective. It is not worth it. Like I see people doing bicep days. I see people doing shoulder days. Like, why would you do? Shoulder is such a small muscle group. Why would you do one whole day for it unless and until you are an Olympia level bodybuilder and that's a good enough reason for you guys to do it. So never do single body part workouts per day. Okay, always try to do at least a minimum of 2 body parts per day. For me, if you're a beginner, your most optimal split would be upper body and lower body. You enter upper body one day, you enter lower body another day. Okay, this way we increase the frequency. So minimum 2 body parts per day. Okay, more the better, right? If you can do a push-pull leg routine, that's even better, right? So these are the key pointers if you are bulking. Okay, I'm just trying to squeeze in as much as information in this video as possible. Try to take most of it, but I will do a lot of follow-up videos talking about each of these little points in much more detail and giving guys the exact tips that is required to get your physique. Okay, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram also. My Instagram handle is gmansuperfit. All links are in the description box. And if you want to hire me as your online personal trainer, you can do so by visiting www.onestrength.net. And if you guys, because I specialize in physique transformation. I specialize in coaching people to go to competitions. I specialize in helping people lose their weight or helping people build muscle. That's what I do. I'm a physique coach. Okay, so if that is your goal, you can hit me up. You can comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can visit my website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.